Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video. Today I was actually planning to do a review of Ali Abdal's new application. I think it's called VoicePal, but I need my iPad for that, and I actually dropped my iPad in the bathtub, so it is getting fixed as we speak. But I had another video idea in the pipeline, which was should you go for an all-in-one application or should you go for multiple productivity application? That's the age-old question when it comes to productivity apps. And to be honest with you, there isn't one easy answer to this. It obviously depends on the person, but I have done both. And in today's video, we are going to talk about the benefits of using one application to do everything for you and the benefits of having multiple different applications and why I chose the thing I did. So keep in mind that this is a question that a lot of people ask themselves when they are really new to productivity, and even when they have been in productivity apps for a long time, people still ask this question because it is really hard. We see all of these YouTubers and content creators who have their whole life inside of one or two applications, most of them being like things like Obsidian, Notion, ClickUp I've seen, and I've also seen LogSec, Anytype capacities. There are quite a few, and all of these applications are really good at what they do. They are amazing applications, and I do love all of them. All of the ones I've mentioned, I have tried them. I actually use ClickUp a little bit now, but more on that later. And just I think that these applications are really great, but unfortunately, the thing I figured out is that this approach of having every single thing inside of one application does not actually work for everyone. So there are a few benefits of having everything inside of one application. The main benefit is that you don't have any scattered information. That is a problem I'm struggling with when I'm using multiple applications. Sometimes I'm not sure where I put something. So did it, for example, did it go into my project manager, or did it go into my to-do list application? Did it go into my note-taking app, or did I put it inside of a note in a task in my project manager or my to-do list application? Did I actually write it in my note-taking app, or did I write it in my journal, and so on? Not being able to find the information you're looking for is probably the thing that people who love personal knowledge management is scared of the most. At least I know I am. The thing that scares me the most is not being able to find exactly what I'm looking for. And that is one of the main reasons people choose to have everything inside of one application, because you will always know that it is inside of that application. That's like the first main benefit, is that you don't have any scattered information. The second one is that it is really tiring to have to jump between different applications and interact with different applications on a daily basis. I know that I find it a little hard to have like multiple tabs open on my computer whenever I'm going to do something, because my information is scattered between two or three or even four applications. So that is also another thing, and that has been a trend inside of productivity applications lately, that people feel more and more tired of using multiple applications, so they use like integrations, and they use Zapier to connect things together in order to just interact with that one application. A good example of this is a popular app called Readwise. Most people do not actually interact with Readwise regularly. They actually just use Readwise to send their notes, their highlights into a different application. That's a great example of like what I call back end applications you pay for to do the behind the scenes job for you. Um, So that's the main benefits of like using one application to store everything. The problem with that is that this one application that is going to function as your calendar, your to-do list, maybe even your journal, and also your note-taking app will not be able to do a good enough job at everything. So to use Notion as an example, Notion might be the best like project management tool out there, but it isn't the best note-taking app. Obsidian might be the best note-taking app. It can do a lot of other things as well, but it isn't the best to-do list application or project manager. So these all-in-one applications, they do not actually do the things as well as these niche applications. So Todoist, for example, or I'm using My Mind as a note-taking app, which is more of a pure note-taking app. I am using Amy as my calendar, so there are a bunch of these applications. And that's like the main benefit of having multiple different applications. And in my case, I have chosen to go for multiple different applications. There are two main reasons for that. The first one is that a lot of these all-in-one applications allow you to architect and build your own workflows and just build everything for yourself, which is something I struggle with. I tend to instead of doing actual work, I tend to actually do a lot of customization instead. That's my main reason for choosing multiple different applications. So apps like Todoist, apps like My Mind, apps like Amy, I can't actually procrastinate inside of those. The second thing is that I just find it a lot easier to have dedicated apps, and I have quite strict rules in order for me to know where something went and where I should put something. So I'm using ClickUp as my project manager with my team. I don't know if I will continue using that for a long time. It's just something we are testing out, as I've mentioned in my earlier videos. But I know exactly what goes into ClickUp. Everything related to business goes into ClickUp. It's a really easy rule to follow, and I have quite a few of those. So tasks regarding the business actually goes into the project manager, but when I'm going to do them, I put them in my to-do list application. So I work from my to-do list application. I use all of these rules to be able to help me know where something should go and where I can find something later. And the last like important point I want to talk about, or it is actually 2 points in one. The first one is that I think that some of my information should be scattered. So I don't like the idea of having like my business notes together with my journal, together with my to-do list application. And why I do not like that is because of AI. Once we get to the point where, as I believe, every single note taking app will have an AI chat feature where you can chat with your knowledge. I want my information to sort of be divided between multiple different apps. So when I ask my project manager a question about my business, it doesn't find something from my journal to use, just as an example. But on the other hand, I know that a lot of businesses tend to have all of their information in one place, especially with the rise of AI, which is really, really important because in the business world, scattered information is one of the worst things. Like having unupdated information somewhere is a huge issue. But on a personal level, that issue isn't as big. However, I still think that there are benefits when it comes to AI and having everything in one place as well, because the AI will have a lot more to draw from and a lot more knowledge to use when it tries to answer questions you ask it. But as I have said earlier in some of my videos, there is no right or wrong answer to this. There are benefits of doing both, and no one can predict the future. These are just my personal thoughts, since I am really like really excited about productivity applications to a point where I actually dream about productivity workflows, but that's for another video. So I just like to discuss these things, and if you have any thoughts, please do leave them down below and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. And if you're interested in productivity apps, tips and tricks, please do subscribe, and I hope to see you again quite soon.